Hello, my lovely, lovely, lovely friends. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, my name is Melissa. I know I look great. Join the family. So this is my first time filming in an entire week. I never actually take time off. Like when I say I'm gonna, I always end up filming just so I've got content for when I'm back. But I actually haven't sat down and filmed for maybe even over a week. I've not had videos up for a week. People have been messaging me. Thank you so much if you have. I'm okay. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna just put makeup on. I've got a bunch of questions from Instagram to answer. I've got a lot of new products that I'd like to play with, and I don't think we're gonna do anything revolutionary makeup wise, but we're just gonna get ready together. And I think I'm just gonna go on a nice long walk today, so I'm not gonna do anything crazy, but we're gonna put makeup on, and that's fine, you know. We'll have a more interesting video next, but for today, we're just gonna try and make me look less like this. So yeah, let's just jump into it and put makeup on. That's the plan. That's the plan. I've got my can of Monster. So the first thing I'm going to use is Bougie, and my friend and sausage Kelly sent me a wee parcel of a few things, and this was in it, and it's kind of blown me away. This is the BOBBI Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, and I've always wanted to try this, but it's so expensive. I was like, no. So she really kindly sent it to me, and because I have had a week off, I've used a lot of these things, and also the last video I tried to film was a full face first impression, and it was I mean, you could just tell I was not involved. I think I'm gonna quit. There we go. So I scrapped it, but anyway, we're gonna put all these things on and just enjoy ourselves. This smells like, to me it smells quite strong, like pleasant but quite strong, so I think if you don't like scented products, you're probably not gonna like this, but I like it. It's not like Huda smell. It's like really posh person smell. Which is not me, but we can pretend. I should really get the questions up, shouldn't I? It does feel nice, like real nice. I don't really notice that it like smooths my pores or anything, but just as a base for foundation and stuff, it is really nice. Yeah, you probably won't be able to see, but I've really quite heavily dipped into that. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying pretending that I'm posh. For foundation, I was very, very, very excited to buy this. I got this on Boots. This is the new NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation, so it matches the concealer, the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, which I really like. But my favourite foundation really of life is the NARS Natural Radiant one, so I had to get this because I trust NARS foundations. And what I was really impressed with is you get 45 mils of product in here for £28, so I think really that's very, very good value for money. It's a nice wee chunky plastic bottle. I got Mont Blanc, or Light number 2. It doesn't match me quite as well as Mont Blanc in the Natural Radiance does, but it's fine. I've got a fairly high t-shirt on. We're gonna put this on, but of course I have not prepared my sponge. I have quite a lot of questions. So I'll just like pick them at random, and we'll just go from there while I pick my makeup on. There's quite a lot. How are you? How's your mental health right now? How you doing? You alright? Very nice questions. Yeah, I'll just pop this on. While I do it, I'm really bad at answering questions at the same time. It's quite a liquidy formula. Oh. Apparently I'm gonna go cake face today. Maybe I should just go all out. How am I? I'm alright today. I kind of knew in my head today would be the day I would start filming again. So I was kind of psyching myself up for it, you know. Look at this foundation. It's blown me away from the very first time I put it on. It has blown me away. I've just worn this every day for a week now since it arrived, maybe a little bit longer, and it is just blown me away. I love NARS foundations. My goodness, I trust them with my life. I'm alright, yeah. I don't know, I feel like I'm really, really, really up and down, like I'm sure a lot of you are. I'm missing my family a lot. My niece, she got a new pony, well, a horse, and I'm gutted I can't go and visit and ride her new horse. So yeah, I miss my family, I miss my friends. I'm spending a lot of time on my own, which is usually okay for me, but when it's forced on me, it's not okay. But I'm very thankful that I have my sausages, or my patrons, because we have like our WhatsApp chat and our Facebook group and stuff, but I just know I can message any of them at any time and they'll be awake and they'll chat. You know, we've got Lisa in America and she's always up, and then we've got a lot of British sausages, and we've got, you know, it's great. There's people all over the world, so there's always someone to talk to. But yeah, I felt a bit crappy, a bit down, like really quite bad actually. Probably at the start of last week when I was like, nah, I can't film, like I just can't give anything to my YouTube channel right now, or Instagram or anything. Yeah, and I tried to get a doctor's appointment, and I shared a screenshot with Teresa and Elena. I phoned them 130 times in a day and I couldn't even get through to reception to speak to someone. So yeah, you know, life is tough, isn't it? But I feel okay today. Like, it's a nice sunny day. I'm gonna do my makeup with you guys, and then I'm gonna go on a nice walk. It's quite early in the morning. Well, it's not early, it's only 9:30, but you know, we'll have a nice walk, see how the day pans out. I'm trying to see what other new stuff I have before I don't use new stuff and I get annoyed. How are you guys? That is more important. Okay, how are you? Look at this foundation. Is that not so beautiful? Like, oh my goodness, I literally love it. In case it is quite early, I'll keep this makeup on and I'll come back and show you at the end and like see how it looks. I've not done like a proper wear test on it. I'm just gonna use my Revolution Pro concealer just because I don't really have another new one, and this is still fairly new, still experimenting with it. I cannot tell you, like, you know, sometimes you try a makeup product and you're like, meh, it's alright, or wow, this has blown me away. This is like, this foundation has literally blown my mind. Let's find another question. Matty asks, do you fancy going on a date with me? Yes, 100%. We'll make beautiful babies. Oh, that's a good one. What are your favourite and least favourite things about online dating? Oh, I was just telling the group in the WhatsApp chat that I don't really love online dating. I find it a bit stressful. I don't know, I like that you can match with a lot of different people and have conversations with a lot of different people, but being honest, you'll start a conversation with, say, just 10 people and none of them go anywhere. You chat for maybe like an hour, or you chat for a couple of days, or you chat for a week, and then either they ghost you or you're just like, nah, this isn't for me, or they say something weird, or they send you an unsolicited picture, or, you know, you just never know who you're actually really talking to. But on the same token, I obviously was seeing Matt for a couple of months and I met him on Tinder, and although that's not worked out long term, like a few people were asking about Matt, he is such a lovely, lovely, lovely man. I really like him, I really respect him. We just have very different goals in life, and that's the only reason like we're not seeing each other anymore. I still talk to him sometimes. He's just a nice man. So if any of you want to date Matt from Dunfermline, highly recommend. But yeah, it didn't work out between us. But yeah, online dating, it's just a bit exhausting when there's so many, like, you know, I feel like online dating's a little bit tough because there's so many options, and I feel like some people will match with you and talk to you until they then match with someone better than you and hotter than you, and then they'll just ghost you to talk to them because there's so many options. Like, it's so disposable. That's what I don't like. So like for me, if I match with someone, I'll only speak to them until they either don't want to speak to me or I'm like, nah, this isn't for me. I don't have the energy to speak to multiple people, to be quite honest. In that kind of capacity, you know, because you have to get to know them and you have to answer all these questions and ugh. I have a new powder to use and I'm very excited. One of my beautiful friends and sausages, Lucy, sent me a package from HNB Cosmetics, which is Holly Boone as far as I know, and it's got this soft focus loose powder, number 2 translucent. So she sent me this and she really likes the brand, so I'm excited to try this. And I love a good loose powder. I don't think I'm going to do cream products today. I think I'm just going to stay like powder products. Getting into a new loose powder is always stressful. Do you have a boyfriend? No, I do not. I thought, I mean, I did, there was a part of me that thought, you know, me and Matt might take that step. But yeah, it's just the more we got to know each other and like our values and morals and stuff, like a lot of them aligned, some of them didn't, but yeah, mostly what he wanted in life is not what I wanted and vice versa. So this colour looks alright. I was worried it might be a bit dark, but I think it'll be okay. And in fact, this foundation, although I'm Mont Blanc in the other one, this one is slightly paler, I do feel. I really want to buy this for Elena to try because I think she would really like this foundation. Oh, that's just like disappeared, but like in a good way. Let's try this just on the rest of my face. I'm sorry that this is not going to be mind-blowing makeup. This is a matte foundation, so you don't really need to set it, but just because I've got this new powder I will, and because I want to like see what this makeup looks like in a few hours. I think I might drive towards the hills, the Ochils, which are my local hills, and see what nice walks there are there. We're not really supposed to leave our areas. You know, we're still in like lockdown. Well, we're not in lockdown, we're in tier 3 because the country's got to be confusing, and Scotland's different from England, and England's different from Wales, and Wales is different from Northern Ireland, and it's all very confusing. But thankfully where I live, pretty much out in the country, like a town in the country, so there's so many nice walks around here, which is lovely. I've been really enjoying nice long walks. That powder is so nice. Hold on. I feel like that's really smoothing. Like, I think my skin looks really pretty nice right now. Big. Nice, right? Oh, we're getting the old Melissa back. Come on, you can do it, Melissa. Perk up. Live, laugh, love, you know? I might use a bit of setting spray now that I am like mattified. I got this one from Fenty, they sent it to me. This is the What It Do setting spray, and I've only used this once when I filmed my full face first impressions and then scrapped it because I was like a depressed goblin. So we'll try it again. I will say the spray on this is probably the best spray of life. Like, it is so beautiful. Like, outrageously beautiful. You know, when you go to a really hot country, like when I went to Rome in the south of France and stuff, sometimes in cafes as you walk in they have this like mister of water because it's so hot. That's what that spray is like. It's that fine. It is so lovely. I don't know if it's going to make my makeup last any better, but certainly feels nice. I feel like this is just almost like a sausage day, you know? Kelly sent me that, Lucy sent me that, Kerry sent me this. Oh, a few of my friends actually that have YouTube channels like Elena and Teresa and things, they've done videos so it's full face of like products that the friends have sent them. I could do that. Right, next one. Next one. How tall are you? I am 5'5" exactly. Let me see. Is Kaleidos worth the custom fees? Yes, because they refund it to you, so you don't have to worry. I mean, you will have to pay it initially, but just send them a receipt of your customs and they'll refund it to you every single time. They're great. Let me see. Are you self-conscious about your body? Let's answer that while I use two of the most bougie products that I've ever had in my collection, and they're from Kelly. I'm just ever so thankful, Kelly, that sent me the Bobbi Brown, and I don't understand what I did to deserve her or these. She sent me two things. Well, this I have literally always wanted since starting YouTube. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I'm honestly blown away. This is in the shade, does it have a shade? Fair medium, and it's beautiful. I've been using it just while I've been doing my makeup, so I'll use the Sculpt shade. And we'll talk about body. I am still self-conscious about my body because I'm not quite where I want to be, but a lot of you will know that since May I've been doing yoga every day. I want to say every day, but honestly the past, I would say, month, I've been really bad. I've maybe only done it 2 or 3 times. I think just with my mental health, it's like, I don't understand, like I was so into it, and then for the past month I've just not done it really. I've just not had the motivation, which is really annoying to me because I know how good it makes me feel. So I just need to start it again, get back into the habit. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm finding it a little bit tough. This colour is so nice. Tough to get back into it, to be honest, but I've not given up. I'm still eating healthy, I'm not snacking. It's Friday still my cheat day. I will eat everything. Like I will eat 10 bags of Doritos on a Friday and not feel guilty about it because Friday's my cheat day. But yeah, on the whole, I'm still like keeping up my somewhat fitness. That's my big long walks. You know, I'll go walking for like 3 hours, and that's good for the body and good for the mind as well. So I've not completely quit, but I've probably never been as happy with my body as I am now. Like the other day, I know it's winter, but now that I've got the better body, I wore a crop top the other day, a crop top and my mum jeans, and I felt fabulous. I have never worn a crop top in my life. In fact, I don't even wear bikinis. Like, I've never worn bikinis. I always wear one pieces, and now I'm like, I could totally wear a bikini. Sorry if you can hear that, I've got my washing machine on. There just is something very addictive about feeling really confident in your body. Like, I'm not there, but I'm so getting there and it feels so good. So there is still some things I'm a little self-conscious about, but I now know I can fix those things, you know, with a bit of hard work and not eating so many snacks. So I'm hoping by the end of the year I'll feel up to sharing my before and after with you guys, because I have taken pictures on the 28th of every month since May, and I'm hoping by the end of the year I'll be like, yeah, I feel good, I can show you these pictures, like, because I'm really obviously embarrassed about the befores. And I still don't have the body of like Instagram, you know, models. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to show you those pictures. I've got a few questions about like divorce, about my ex-husband. This one, for example, so do you have any contact with your ex, and how's the current dating situation going? I'm going to use my other gift from Kelly. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in the shade 1. Fair, and let me tell you, it is fair. It is perfection for pale people. And look how big that pan is. It's massive. So I'm not divorced yet, that's the thing. Like in my head, when my ex first left me, for maybe like the first 8-10 months, I was like, no, there's no way I'm gonna apply for a divorce, because this isn't what I wanted. I didn't want to split up. I didn't want to just leave the marriage and not try and fix problems. Like, on a practical level, I was like, well, he's the one that left me, so he can pay to do the divorce, you know? I mean, it's not that much. I think it's a few £100 to apply for it and stuff. Which is, you know, it's not a fun amount of money to spend on something that you wish you didn't have to. And I don't wish I didn't have to, because I want to be with Hamish anymore. I feel I'm completely finished with that now. But I have reached out to him a couple of times now, just on WhatsApp, and just said, look, do you want to meet up for a drink or a walk and we can just talk about it, because I want to, you know, I want him to divorce me so that I'm not married anymore. But I'm just being a little bit stubborn and not doing it myself. You know, I don't know. I do think though I'm gonna get to the point probably quite soon where I'm like, nah, just I'm over this. I'm just gonna take the hit and pay for it myself. Yeah, that's where I'm at with that. He read my messages on WhatsApp and he didn't get back to me. I do worry though, he probably thinks that I am like, oh, I want to get back with you, I still love you, and I don't. I mean, I still have love for him. I thought he was, you know, gonna be with me until I was old and decrepit, but no, I don't want to get back with him. But I think that's what he thinks, and that's why he's not getting back to me, because he'll be like, oh, you know, because that's what I used to be like with it. I used to be so desperate for him to come back to me, obviously, you know, so that's probably what he's thinking. I got a new highlighter. Where is it? I got it in TK Maxx, and I've tried this formula before, the Face Studio Chromes by Maybelline, but it's only $3.99, and it's in the shade Sandstone Shimmer, and it's very, very beautiful. I'm wondering if this is the one that Tia was saying is really quite like Benefit Cookie, so we'll use this. I have used it before. Let me see, when do we get part 2 of your autobiographical documentary series? So I did a part 1, like a get to know me part 1, and I did film the part 2, but I scrapped it because I didn't like it, so I need to film it again. Here we go, let's put this on. I still plan on doing that video, it will come, I promise. I'm just dragging my heels a little bit. I think like I've got so many videos I need to do on like makeup and releases and stuff like that, that I'm just getting a bit snowed under, and taking a week off doesn't help, does it? This Maybelline formula is probably one of the best at the drugstore. Apart from this Soph Makeup Revolution one, I would say these Maybellines are pretty darn almost the best. Yeah, this colour is perfection. I think I just looked at it in the shop and thought that's never going to match me, like it's going to be too dark. But when you can get it for a bargain in TK Maxx, then you don't feel so bad. Because these are what, like £8 or £9? But for $3.99, I'm more willing to take the risk, you know? And I'll just chuck it through my brows. I've only got soap brows on right now, my Pink Honey soap brows. I bet I could wet it and make it even more impressive, but I don't really want to go too ham. Not full ham. My heart is still palpitating. It usually, like I've always got a weird heartbeat, like it comes and goes, but this is lasting all morning and it's now giving me anxiety. Let's add more anxiety onto more anxiety. Who wants an anxiety sandwich? Maybe I shouldn't drink Monster when I'm moaning about heart palpitations, you know. Blush. Oh man, add another new bronzer. Maybe I could try a bit of it just for fun. Another friend in sausage, Becky, sent me this from Kimchi Chic Beauty. This is the Tan Tan Vacation Tan bronzer, and she actually sent me a contour one as well, but it's smashed in the post, which is really devastating. But I thought we could try this. The colour looks a bit crazy. This is 03 I Went to Venice. I just want to put maybe a tiny bit on back here, and she did message me and said they're very pigmented, so be careful. So just a bit more colour. Oh gosh, that is pigmented. That's a lot. That is going very far. Oh gosh. That's fine, I can make that work, Becky, don't worry. Becky with the good hair. Yeah, so if any of you are divorce lawyers and you want to do a bit of like, what's it called? Pro bono work, hit me up. Divorce me. I'm going to use this NYX Sweet Cheeks blush. This is in the shade Daydream. I really like Rose and Play, the pink one. This one's way more peach, so we're going to use this because peach is just more neutral than pink. Pink isn't as lovely as peach. These are really glowy blushes, which you know is my jam. Oh, I'm just so desperate to go and visit my family. And I'm so worried about Christmas, like insanely worried about it. Skin is looking fantastic. Don't you agree? Let's use more setting spray. This is like an angel peeing on your face. That's what you're into. No judgment here. I mean, everything is looking absolutely glorious. I think my skin looks really good. And like I said, we'll check in later once I've been out and about. What's that? A freckle? Oh, I didn't do my full freckles. I always do those. That foundation is just, honestly, if I had one recommendation, that foundation. I really don't actually feel like doing eye makeup, to be honest. So I'm just going to do something very, very simple. Please forgive me. Like I said, we'll do more interesting makeup. Just not today. I'm going to take that Kimchi bronzer. I don't know if these are on Beauty Bay or not. Becky gets PR because she's amazing from them. So I'm just going to put this on the outer half of both eyes. Quite a few questions about wee Vincent, my wee pug. Do I still have him? Where is he? What's he doing? Did I give him up for adoption? He's still with my sister. So he went there at the start of lockdown because a few reasons. You know, he wasn't toilet trained really at all. And she had a garden and he knew to ask to go outside to pee when there was like a garden, but he was really struggling in my flat. And also I couldn't walk him as much as I'd want to. And things like that. So he's still with my sister, and before lockdown got too strict, I was gonna go back. I was gonna go up and bring him back, but he'd been with my sister and her family and her other dog for longer than I'd had him, and he was very, very, very settled. And I don't know, it just felt a bit mean to take him back here where he wouldn't have a garden. He's got a really big garden to play in, and a dog, another dog, Riley, my sister's boxer. They're like best buddies now, and I don't know, it just felt a bit mean taking him away from what he was now used to bring him back here. So he's still with my sister, and the plan still for me is, like, within the next year is to move to Aberdeenshire and live very close to my sister and my nieces and nephew, and you know, maybe if I was able to get somewhere with a garden I could take him back, but if not, I would be living, I mean, I'd happily live next door to my sister. We hate each other and we love each other with passion. We're that kind of sisters, you know. One day we're best friends and the next day we are the worst of enemies, and it's hilarious. But it's kind of got to the point where we're both adults and we're like, ah, man, you just annoy me. Yeah, you annoy me. Let's take some time apart, you know. But yeah, I would love to move up and then be closer to her, and then also I'd be closer to Vinny. But yeah, it just felt a bit, yeah, mean to take him away from what he was more used to, just to take him back here. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one just to blend out the edges. It's kind of going to match my t-shirt and my hair. That wasn't on purpose, but there we are. Another question. Where are you from? I was born in Leicester, which is a horrible little place at the very, very top of Scotland. Then lived in Tain, which is on the east coast, a little bit further down in the Highlands, until I was 13. Then I moved to Edinburgh until this year. Now I'm in Alloa. That is my life story. You can find out all about that in my first get to know me video, if you want to see that. How nice is that bronzer as a caramelly eyeshadow shade though? So that's the first time I've used it for this, and it looks beautiful. I might deepen it up a tiny bit with my Mitchell and just grab maybe that ward off-roading shade, that brown, really warm brown. Just a pinch. If you could collab with any makeup brand, who would it be? I mean, if it was like any makeup brand, gosh, maybe like Melt or Dose of Colours. But something maybe more achievable, not that it'll happen, but that would be really cool. Makeup Revolution. Affordable. I feel like their collabs are pretty good. They know what they're doing. Like the soft stuff is still absolute favourites of mine, so I feel like I could trust them to do it well with me looking over their shoulders like, no, needs to be more pigmented. Who am I? Why am I liking neutrals? It's because we're going into winter. Well, we're in winter pretty much, aren't we? It's November. Like it. Let me see. How do you manage to live by yourself after splitting? I'm going to use a little bit of my Barry M Heat thing. I quite like being on my own, to be honest. Like, I like my own company. I don't generally get like too sad on my own. Like, I live for peace and quiet. I love having my flat to escape to. Like if I've been out shopping or at the grocery store, so American, or just anything, like I love having my bolt hole, which is my flat, where I know no one else is, it's just me, and I can relax and be myself, you know, and not have to entertain anyone. So I quite like it. I like being on my own. It does get lonely for sure, but I don't know, try and fill my time. I clean my flat a lot. I love spring cleaning, so quite often to spend a whole day spring cleaning, reorganizing, moving furniture around to make it feel new, you know? I like being on my own. I like my own company. Another thing I've been doing an awful lot the past week especially is driving, like just driving. A lot of you'll know, like, driving is like legitimately a hobby for me at this point, which sounds so sad, but I just love driving, and I just drive and drive and drive, playing my music full volume until I'm lost, and then I'll use my sat nav to help me get back home. That is literally what I've been doing. Just gonna take this palette again and run that brown just along my lash line, just to help with putting my lashes on. Let me see. What are you asking for present wise this year? Nothing really. I don't really have anything. If I could, like, if I had like a rich family that just bought you stuff, I'd ask for the Melt Beetlejuice PR collection, because that's nuts, and Bose speakers, like portable speakers. That's what I'd really like, but I might treat myself to the Bose speakers for Christmas. And are you looking forward to Christmas? I don't know, because I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm a bit worried. Let me put some lashes on. I'll put my Eyeliner 117s on. Give me a sec, I'll put this on, then we'll come back. How absolutely perfect are Eyeliner 117s? Like, if they sold a pack of 100 of these, I'd buy it. Because I could wear these every single day. Not with dramatic makeup, but with like makeup like this. Because I don't think they're too much, but they're still there. I just think, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. Let's put a lip on. I've actually got a new one I would like to try. Let me just take some of this foundation off my lips though. Where are we with questions? Is your hair in good condition after going blonde? I'm considering it but scared. I'd say yeah, it's in excellent condition. I don't think the blonde has affected it at all. It's maybe slightly more dry, like it can be a bit more like poofy, but actually I kind of like that because I've got really thin hair, so it makes it look fuller. But I know my hairdresser Abby, she used Olaplex and stuff on me, so you know, she takes a lot of care, my hairdresser in Aloha here, if you need a hairdresser. She is the best. So I I just trust her, and she really looks after my hair. So, because she did say to me when I went blonde, she was like, you probably won't go blonde today, like we'll start the process, but my hair lifted so well. So yeah, anyway, I got these new ABH lipsticks. This is the matte lipstick. I thought it was a new formula, maybe it's not, but it's definitely different packaging. I got all 3 shades, but I kept the shade Velvet because I just thought that would be more out of the 3. And I definitely like a more brown lip now that I am blonde. Like, I feel like it suits me better. So we'll try this. I'll just use a wee bit of lip liner first. I've never been a massive fan of the ABH lipsticks. They are quite drying, but we'll see what this one's like. Ooh, need to sharpen my pencil. Can you tell us the camera and equipment you use? Yeah, I use a Canon EOS M10 and a ring light and 2 softbox lights. They're all linked in my description box if you want to check them out. What is your go-to meal? Ooh, I have to say, do you know what I love, and it's so bad? Cheesy pasta. I could eat that for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Honestly could. It's so good. I just eat pasta. It's probably not the best thing, but whatever. Just wondered if your ex had tried to crawl back because you're like a new woman and just beautiful. No, he has not. I think he would rather die. Let's try. Oh, that's creamy. Oh, that's really creamy. Wow. I thought this was going to be like the other ones that are really dry. Like they really kind of tug your lips around. That on Maybelline, then I'll use the lip liner. It's a nice colour. Inoffensive. What weird one, but what's your favourite snack? Oh, I guess now that I'm like slightly healthier, probably pepperami. I love a wee pepperami, or Baby Bell cheese. But really, if I could snack on anything and have no consequences, it would be the Co-op Sea Salt and Chardonnay crisps. They are the best thing ever. Beauty Bay Matte, Beauty Bay Mitchell, Be Perfect Love Tahiti. Who wins? Love Tahiti would be the one I'd have to pick. What is this? MUA Sincere. I'm always so messy with lips. I feel like as a blonde I suit these browns more. Do you have a type in men? No, not very picky. No, I am. I have standards, but no. You could be tall or short as long as you're just taller than me. Just taller. It's fine. You can be 5'6" and I'll date you. I'll date you, okay? Let me date you. Or fat or thin, don't care, quite like a nice big hairy man. Or a not so hairy, I don't mind. I don't have a type. I mean, a tiny bit more sex spray, a tiny bit more highlighter, and then we'll be done. Like I said, I'll come back. Just in time, my battery started flashing. Amazing. Let me just put a tiny bit more of this on. Just for fun. That's beautiful. If you are pale, you can definitely get away with this shade. Because I for sure can. Okay, pretty much done. I'll quickly throw my brows on, say a wee goodbye, and then I will come back to you. I'll answer one more question. With you being so shy, your makeup is so loud and colourful. It's because I am shy. It's my way of expressing myself. How old are you? I'm 29. I'm going to say 28 because 2020 is a write-off. What's your favourite thing about living alone? You never have to shut any doors. You can go to the toilet naked. You don't have to shut the door. Then walk to your kitchen, make yourself a cup of tea, butt naked. Doesn't matter. You do whatever you want. Because you don't live with anyone. Will you ever go for fillers or Botox? I've had Botox once. And I would definitely do it again. Just in my forehead. Do you miss living in Edinburgh? No. Not at all. What streaming show are you binging currently? I'm rewatching X-Files. I love it. I've not watched it though in about 10 years, so I'm just rewatching that. I'm rewatching Mad Men. I'm rewatching The Handmaid's Tale. I really quite like rewatching stuff. Mandalorian. I love that. Incredible show. Probably those 4 right now. Right. Let me fix my hair and my brows and then I will go away. Just before I do my hair, I'm just very quickly going to go in with Pumpkin Rosé from Fenty. Just a tiny bit. Just over the top of this. Just I love this colour. And it's a bit warmer. I think it'll match my eyes a bit better. That matches my eyes like perfectly now. That Fenty is so beautiful. Okay, my face is done. I know, again, it's not an incredible achievement, but I do think my skin looks really good. I like what I've done. I'm happy to go out like this, go for a drive, go for a walk, go for some errands. That foundation is literally blown my socks off since the minute I tried it, but I'll come back in a few hours. It's only about 10:15 now, so I'll come back in a few hours and we will, maybe it's 10:30. 10:30, and we'll see what it looks like, see if it holds up in any way, because £28 is still not mega cheap, but I do feel like for 45ml of a high-end foundation, that's really good. So yeah, I'll love you and leave you here, and I'll see you in a while, and we'll see how it's holding up, how it held up. Hold it up, we'll see how it's holding up. Oh, it looks so dark. Right, it's almost 6 o'clock. You see that? 17:44. Oh, am I brightening up? I'm brightening up. My makeup has now been on for like, what, 7 hours? 6-7 hours? I've got to say, like, nothing's changed. I am literally in love with this foundation so much. When it's so dark, I know it's a bit weird, but it really does show my skin like a lot better. The only thing I've touched up is my lipstick, and badly right now. But apart from that, I would say like my natural oils are definitely starting to peek through, but actually I quite like that. I feel like it makes my skin look better, to be honest. It's not even cracked around here, which is just nuts, because like so many foundations do. I had a mask on for quite a lot of today, well, for like a good hour. So yeah, it even looks good on my forehead wrinkles, like as good as my forehead wrinkles can look, you know. I'm so pleased with this. Like, all the products I used are like spiffing, but the foundation in particular blow my socks off. Anyway, that's gonna be all for me today. It is almost time for Elena's live. I am one of her patrons, and she's now going to do Patreon only live, so I'm very excited to watch that in an hour and take this makeup off. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully this is me back on form and able to film. I've got so many good ideas and I just need to execute them. But yeah, thank you all for sticking with me, and hope you're all well. You're probably not, but I hope you're sticking in there. I mean, what else can I say? You stick in there and I'll stick in here. We'll do our best. Yeah, anyway, that's gonna be all for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye.